there are going to have to be some redundancies, I'm afraid. Oh, not you. No, we're going to give you early retirement.
You'll have time to do all sorts of things.
Like what?
Well, you could come out metal detecting with me for a start.
I don't think he was altogether happy about his early retirement. He's just gone for a bike ride, I'm sure.
Just walk out to your truck and I'll be with you in a minute.
I'm on my bike, actually.
Don't move. This is loaded.
I wonder if one day that you say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there like a puppet on the string. Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh. Oh.
Evening.
Evening.
She likes to watch the weather.
What the hell has she done to the wall?
Oh, sorry about the mess. I'm distressing.
Oh, there's no need to let things get you down, Mrs. Peacock.
The good news is that all this national coverage has produced a number of sightings of Clive.
Oh, good. Is he all right?
He seems perfectly all right, Mrs. Peacock. Farmer in Gloucestershire's been in touch saying they actually put Clive up for the night. And a man near Leamington Spa called in, said he was in there yesterday.
Well, what was he doing near Leamington Spa?
Apparently, he delivered a letter there. He did the same at the farm in Gloucestershire. This may sound fantastic, Mrs. Peacock, but it seems that Clive is...
Yes?
delivering the mail.
Oh, well, that clears that up then, doesn't it?
Something the matter, Lawrence?
What do you make of her? I mean, if I was behaving the way Clive Peacock is, I want my wife to do a lot more than she's doing.
I suppose so.
I mean, he's not really a criminal, is he? When a man does a job for 30 years and then retires and looks around and sees an empty future, he's going to say to himself, what have I done with my life? Where's it gone? What now?
Now, before we move on to discuss the Gypsy encampment, I'd like to confirm that the date for the outing to Stratford is September the 10th. Now, I know that's a month away, but I do need numbers now, so...
Just a moment, Ron. Before we go any further, I've got something to say. I want to know what our feelings are on the Clive Peacock situation.
Well, I'm afraid he'll have to have his name on the list by Friday or he can't come.
I wasn't referring to the outing, Ron. I was referring to his disappearance, which should concern us all. We are his neighbours, his friends, his community. I know this is a police matter, but it occurred to me that maybe we're the ones best equipped to reach out to him in some way.
We could put photocopies of him on telegraph poles, like I did for my cat. Is the water hot enough for a bath, Mrs. Springer?
We never had much of a sex life. We never hit it off in bed. I didn't mind, but now I can't help feeling we missed out.
Have you ever discussed it with him?
Go and ask him then, go on.
Evening.
We've been talking.
Aye.
We reckon that you're that missing postman.
Who?
The missing postman, the one that's been on the telly.
Oh, no, you're mistaken. And in the paper. Does look like me, doesn't he?
You're fooling no one, lad.
So, what are you drinking?
In the split second the farmer was distracted, you grabbed the shotgun, right?
It wasn't quite like that.
Then you wrestled it out of his hand.
Then made your escape, eh? Good for you.
Danny, a pint for me, and a pint for Postman.
Actually, I seem to remember it was getting dark by then. Bedtime, in fact.
So you ran out to your bike and you pedalled off into the night firing warning shots. And then you found somewhere to camp out under the stars.
Fantastic.
Well, the mail has to go through, doesn't it? So where are you heading next, Clive?
Oh, it's all over now, I think. It's time I went home.
Hey? What do you mean it's all over?
Well, the police want me, don't they?
You're not letting that worry you, are you?
Well, no.
You've got to accept a little opposition, Clive.
Yes, but I've stolen Royal Mail, see?
You've stolen nothing that's not rightfully yours. Your job.
And besides, you can't give up now, Clive. You've got too many people rooting for you.
You're an inspiration, you are.
What?
An inspiration.
Aye. Who to?
To the working man and woman, Clive, that's who. You've done what other folk only talk about doing. Well, Alfie and Matt work in the estate agents now. Joe and his wife Pam have the gourmet sandwich bar across the road.
Pam's Pantry. Very popular.
Kevin here, he may manage the mountain bike shop, and me, I have a thriving narrowboat hire business. But it wasn't long ago that we all used to work down at the rubber factory. What's now the Industrial Bloody Heritage Centre.
Bastards.
When we lost our jobs, we were devastated. But did we do anything about it?
No.
Did we, Eck? We just accepted it. Not like you. You set an example. You've stood up for yourself, for what you know to be true.
Not sure about that.
Have another pint.
You're the man that refused to give up his job, you are. The People's Postman. That's what they'll call you.
Yeah, love.
But I can't go on. I need to get home to my wife.
Your missus can cop on her own for a bit.
Stop bullying him, you lot. If he wants to go home and see his wife, let him. I love that rustic decor in your house, by the way. Is that you or her?
All her.
I see. She can look after herself. She's that sort.
My bike's broken.
Kev, what's the best bike in your shop?
Giant Bronco would suit him nicely.
Right, we'll give him one. Vic's Narrowboat Tire will sponsor it.
Oh, that's very kind.
And you're probably getting short of funds as well. Lads. So don't tell us that it's all over, Clive Peacock. Because it's not. It's only just begun.
Yeah. Press that button there.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
Got you.
I wonder if you could post this for me, please. Only I don't think I can get anything else on the bike, and it's my uniform, and that'll cover the postage.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alcoa CU92 frame with a low chainstay design. 4130 Crumley box of front forks with replacement dropouts. Weight 11.7 kilos. 24-speed Shimano XT derailleurs with X-ray shift levers. Side panions with sleeping bag, waterproof maps, spare top and bottom. Letters up front. Now remember, you don't fight a bike like this. You give it its head. You trust it.
Trust it, right.
Try to maintain a riding position between 30 and 60 degrees.
Right, you want the B6160 for Appletree with Clive?
Aye, you'll be there, me teacher, no trouble. What can I say?
Don't say anything. Just keep going till the bag's empty.
Keep going till the bag's empty, right?
Remember, for every letter you deliver, it's one in the eye for the management.
One in the eye for the management, right? Don't fight it!
Go, Clive!
Outside, Skipton, West Yorkshire.
Right. Thank you.
Right. What's going on, Pittman?
Well, the story seems to have caught the public imagination, sir.
National press. 6 o'clock news. He'll have his own chat show and you'll still be looking for him.
Well, he's proving hard to track down, sir.
Sorry to interrupt, but Clive Peacock was seen last night in Skipton in a pub called the Navigation. Seems he was a bit drunk.
Right. Get the local force to pick him up and you two get up there and bring him back.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I really don't know what the problem is. He's on a bicycle and you've got a Vauxhall Astra.
Want me to drive?
No.
I'll talk to you. How's that? Keep you awake. Did you say you were married, Lawrence?
We're divorced. 2 teenage boys.
I'm divorced. You got a girlfriend?
No. How about you?
I haven't got a girlfriend.
No, no, I mean boyfriend, partner.
No. Why'd you ask?
No reason. Shall we see what's on the radio?
Do you like this?
Yeah!
Run in.
Was he a charismatic sort of person, would you say?
Oh, it was Mr. Charisma. He was also very normal.
One of the lads, he could hold his beer.
He had this underlying sadness about him.
Aye, he did.
Vulnerability.
Aye.
And you could see that he had a grim determination. Very grim. He said, I'm going to deliver these letters. It's the last thing.
Bloody
hell. Cutting it.
Danny, this is Detective Sergeant Pittman, Dorset CID. Wants to ask you a few questions about Clive Peacock.
Look, I'm supposed to be having my picture taken by this bloke from the Evening Argus, and then I promised the local radio an interview.
It won't take a minute.
Might be able to fit you in then. Am I all right sitting here?
Sit wherever you like.
Well, I'm only asking, you see, because the cameraman from the television, he wanted me over there by the window so he could, you know, get the canal in the background. But the director disagreed. He wanted me over here on a stool looking, well, you know, casual.
You sit where you like, because all I want you to do is tell me what happened when you met Clive Peacock.
Well, don't you want to know what sort of person he was?
No.
Whether he looked like a man on a mission?
Just tell me what happened.
Well, her from the Daily Mail did.
Get off! Get off! Get down here! Get...
Theoretically, it's treason, you know.
Right. What is?
Interfering with the Royal Mail. We're looking at a modern-day Dick Turpin here.
See, I've made him out to be more like Robin Hood.
Yeah, well, he's going to be bigger than both of them by the time it's finished. They dropped that story about the homosexual hippo at Bristol Zoo last night to make room for him.
Welcome to Pam's Pantry. My name's Joe. We're having name tags done soon. How may I help you?
2 teas.
Certainly. And may I tempt you with a gourmet sandwich from our choice of 256 combinations? Be as creative as you like.
I'll have cheese.
Cheese.
I'll have prawn and avocado, please.
Wise choice. Very popular.
What are you lot doing here? That's what I'd like to know. None of you cares one jot about Clive Peacock. Why do you think he's run away like this? Any ideas?
It's clear why Clive left. There's a protest against being replaced by a machine.
Miss, I know Clive Peacock. He wouldn't protest if you set fire to his trousers.
Oh, come on. This is a good holiday story, you know that. The public can identify with this bloke. He's doing what we'd all like to do.
Hello?
Yep.
Yes? Clive Peacock is crying out for help. Can't you understand that? He needs support, not an audience.
He's a symbol.
He's a bloody postman. You lot need to remember that. You're turning into something he's not. You're pumping him up like a balloon just so you can let him go and everyone can watch him go right round the room.
One prawn and avocado, one cheese on the house. But if you could see you were to mention in Pam's Pantry in your report, I'd be ever so grateful.
We're police, you blind pillock.
Well, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Bollocks.
That's what Pam says.
Are you Harriet?
Yes.
I think this is for you.
Mom! It's the missing postman!
Well, why don't you come and join the party?
He was seen in Apple Tree Wick about half an hour ago.
They took their time giving us that.
They had to phone the newspapers to find out. I'll ask for backup, shall I?
No, we won't need backup.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Harriet.
Happy birthday to you.
Everyone in my husband's factory thinks you're wonderful. Except my husband, of course. He's the managing director.
More parcels over there!
All right, more parcels coming up.
Oi, you lot! Wait in your cars. I'm asking the questions this time. And if you lot set one foot on this land, I'll have you for trespass.
I think you deserve this.
Thank you.
The police are outside.
What?
Quick, this way.
This way. My hat.
Got it.
Detective Sergeant Pittman.
You spoilt my party.
Thanks for having me.
Don't forget your party bag. There he is!
Quiet, roll! All right, Clive. Let's call it a day, shall we? In the car. Clive, you're going to be all right. You lot, stay back! Right, Clive. It's time to come home. Clive!
Hello, sister? I won't come in tonight if you don't mind. It's all getting a bit of a strain and I think I'll have an early night. Oh, thanks. Yeah, bye.
Postman Clive Peacock climbed back in the saddle and headed for the pass, unaware of what dangers lay ahead. All he knew was that as long as he had mail beating in his bag, he would keep on riding.
Clive was last seen crossing the Scottish border and heading towards the west coast. The search for him is currently centred around optician shops in the area. It is believed that Clive's broken glasses are giving him problems.
Today we are offering a £500 reward to anyone who has seen the missing postman. So whether you think that Clive Peacock is a lonely Luddite or a survivor striking a blow for the working man, give me a call now and
He's the people's postman, isn't he? He's like Don Quixote on a bicycle.
Christine, have you seen it? Seen what? He's on page 5. That is the main feature page. He watched late night horror film with me, said Diane Walsh from Lichfield. He'll be on the front before this is over. I'm going to start a scrapbook. I'll tell you what, he isn't going to recognise this place when he gets home, is he? Here's a parcel for him.
Oh, it's from him. That's his own writing.
Well, aren't you going to open it?
No. It feels like clothes. It's his dirty washing, I expect.
Have I come at a bad time?
I'm sorry, Ralph. I'm very grateful for you coming round, keeping me up to date. Really, I am.
No trouble?
It's just that I've decided I've got to start thinking about myself a bit more in all this.
Of course you have, Christine.
I've convinced myself that Clive has gone off because he has to work some things out, and when he's done that, I'll be happy to have him back. There's nothing else I can do.
You've been a tower of strength, you know, Christine. I am so impressed at the way you've kept going.
Oh, it hasn't been easy. You've been a big support to me, Ralph.
Someone's got to look after you.
I do want you to keep on coming round.
Shall I?
You have reached Christine Peacock Interior Design. Unfortunately, there's no one available to take your call at the moment. But if you leave a message after the tone, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Interior design? Hello?
Is Mary there?
No, she isn't.
Well, who's that then?
I think you've got a wrong number.
Oh, I am sorry. I haven't disturbed you, have I?
No, no.
It's nothing important. I was just phoning for a chat.
That's all right.
Well, better get myself to bed.
Me too.
You're not from round here, are you?
No, just passing through.
On your holidays?
Sort of.
I'm Norma, by the way.
I'm Clive. I like that 1 foot in the grave with what's his name, but they don't make 'em like they used to.
Or Faulty Towers. That one had me in stitches.
Yeah, that too.
Escape and adventure. The missing postman is supposed to personify escape and adventure. This place does not say that to me. Right, come on, I want a creative idea out of each of you.
Hello, my name's Sarah Seymour. I'm a journalist with the Daily Mail. I wonder if you could help me and tell me if this man has been in your shop recently.
It's that whistling postman, Mr. Couric.
I want this kept low-key, OK? If and when he gets here, keep that shower out the way.
Leave it to us. There's just one thing. You're on a double yellow, and the traffic wardens are very keen round about here.
Are you asking me to move my car?
One of them booked his own wife last week. There's a paint display not far from here.
There he bloody is. Where's my keys?
They're in your pocket.
No, they're not. Come on. I'll take this side.
Sorry, I'm desperate to go. Oh, shit.
Well, that's 10 Hail Marys for a kick-off.
Oh, no.
What are you doing there?
I dropped my glasses.
Just tell me your sins, there's a good man.
What sins do you mean exactly?
I don't know what sins. Start with bad language and work your way up.
Bad language, right. And, I've stolen something.
You'll say 5 Hail Marys and 5 Our Fathers, and you will give those letters back.
How about if I deliver them?
What?
Wouldn't that be all right?
Yes, all right. Every one of them, mind. Now make an act of contrition, then go in peace. God be with you.
You need help. I haven't got the equipment to replace these over the counter, Mr. Peacock. They'll need to be sent away. Take a fortnight to get a new pair, I'm afraid.
Hang on. I'm thinking, if there's someone with a similar prescription to Mr. Peacock's, someone who lives locally, maybe they can loan him a pair.
I don't want to impose.
Well, you're not imposing, Mr. Peacock. I dare say you've got the support of everyone who wears glasses. They haven't had somebody like you to champion since Eddie the Eagle.
You're heading for Arran, is that right?
Yes.
Mr. Sinclair, Glenloon Cottage, about a mile from the ferry. Similar prescription. No telephone number, but you can always call in.
Worth a try. Thank you very much.
You'll find us a helpful lot in the General Optical Council. I like to think of us as a sort of RAC for the visually impaired. If you're ever in need of any assistance, don't hesitate to call any one of us.
Thank you. Hello? Anyone home? Mr. Sinclair.
One lane higher. Both of these leads guys really tough, and I know they both want to make it to the finals. I was talking to the coach, Terry Dennison, after the heats this morning, and he's very confident that both these lads can go very fast indeed here. Ben Lafferty, well, he's got an extra backstroke.
Mr. Sinclair? Oh, there you are. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mr. Sinclair. You don't know me. You're missing the end of Grandstand, Mr. Sinclair. Wake up, Mr. Sinclair. Oh, I'm speaking for Mr. Sinclair. No, I'm just a neighbour, but I think the doctor should see him as soon as he can. No, he can't come into surgery. Thank you.
It's me, the missing postman.
You're awake, are you? And how are you feeling now?
Fine. Where are my clothes?
Your clothes are drying out. Don't you worry about them. Oh, that curtain rail falling off again. It's on my list of things to do. Would you look at it out there? It's the tail end of Hurricane Lucy, you know. You were in a state. I almost called the doctor out. You had such a temperature. All that way with a letter. And it was just someone wanting bed and breakfast on the bank holiday weekend. I'll have to say no as well. Doesn't everyone look stupid with a thermometer in their mouth?
There are warnings of gales in all areas. The general synopsis at 0600. Low northern Scotland 956 moving rather quickly northeast and filling 962 by 0600.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, I've got to get moving.
You don't understand. You won't get off the island today. The boats won't cross in this. Besides, you look as if you could use a day off. Come on. I thought you might have a letter for me. I thought if anyone deserves one, I do. I'm a great letter writer, you see. I write at least one a day.
Who to?
I write to my MP. I write to the local bus company a lot, to my pen friend in Canada. I'm writing to Roundtrees at the moment about the new orange-flavoured Kit Kat. It was a bold move to meddle with something so popular, but they did. And it worked. You've had a lark, haven't you? What does your wife say?
She can look after herself.
You sound like my husband.
Where is your husband?
He's at sea. He's a fisherman.
He wasn't out last night.
Somewhere.
Linda.
What?
I just wanted to see if your name was Linda.
Here's me and Howard on our honeymoon. We took the lovely Linda over to Skye. We had a beautiful week. Here's me gutting fish, look.
What's this?
That's me one Christmas.
You've got a black eye.
Howard hit me. He was drunk. They all drink too much when they're home. I made my friend Tricia take the picture. She didn't want to, but I insisted. I think a photo album should reflect the unhappy memories as well as the happy ones. They're all part of life. There's Howard burying the dog, look.
When's Howard due home?
Would you like a whiskey, Mr. Peacock?
Why not, Mrs. Taylor?
I wrote to this distillery and they sent me a free case of the stuff.
Must have been a particularly good letter.
I told them how their product got me through a difficult time in my life. When the rescue stopped looking for Howard.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that he's lost at sea. They never found him. Never even found the boat. He's been lost for 2 years now. I've got a picture of the helicopter crew somewhere if you'd like to see it.
No, that's all right. Has anyone stayed here since Howard disappeared?
No, the house needs too much work. We're in the middle of fixing the place up. I used to save up jobs that needed doing while he was away. I still write them down in bits of paper and put them in here. When he was home, we used to take them out one by one and do them together. Erect cling film dispenser and kitchen.
Oh, don't look at me. I'm no good at DIY. My wife looks after all that kind of thing.
Did she never show you how?
No.
How do you expect to be any good at something if nobody shows you how? Come on, you'll soon pick it up.
Grab the splash tiles around the bath.
Come on. Need to do that window as well. Do me a favour, Mr. Peacock.
Certainly.
I've got an itch on my back. Would you scratch it for me? Halfway up, over to the right-hand side. Up a bit. Left a bit. Up a bit more. Oh, that's it.
Lucy's such a gentle name. A child's name. I wouldn't call her Hurricane Lucy. I wonder who makes up the names for hurricanes.
Why are you running away, Mr. Peacock?
Something I'm good at, Mrs. Taylor.
pins and needles.
Oh, thank you. Heard the news. Plane crash in Colombia. 93 dead, including crew.
Morning, Frank. This is a friend of Howard's. He got stranded by the storm.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that the ferry's running again then.
I thought I'd stay and finish the job.
Now, the Defence Secretary, Michael Porcello, was embarrassed tonight by his local constituents over a deal between his party and the makers of the Big Mac hamburger.
Who are you writing to now?
Zanussi.
Who?
Zanussi, the washing machine people. I bought one of their models recently and I really like it, so I'm writing to tell them. I love the taste of envelopes.
I'll to scratch your back again.
I was just thinking, if I was to post a letter to my pen friend in Canada, I could give it to you to deliver, and then I could sit on your crossbar and we could head off together.
Better still, we could get a tandem.
And then from there, I could write a birthday card to the Brazilian Prime Minister and we could cycle down to Rio. From there, I'd write to the East and Orient Hotel in Penang, ordering a double room with a bath and sea view, and we could head out east. We could travel the world on the price of a stamp.
Postal service isn't to be abused, you know.
I know. I was just thinking, what are you going to do when you run out of letters?